That was Patrick Hayes speaking to me a bit earlier on. Bahraini security forces have used stun grenades and tear gas to thwart an opposition attempt to block a key highway. Witnesses say dozens have been injured and some have been arrested. Scores of prominent activists have been detained as the government tries to counter the popular protests that have been simmering now for 18 months. Let's get some thoughts on this from Syed Hadi Almusawi, a former member of the Bahraini Parliament and also a human rights activist. He joins us now on the line from the capital. Hi there, thank you for being on the programme. Are the latest clashes we're witnessing now a sign that street protests are indeed escalating?
Pardon me, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, I was saying, first of all, sir, welcome. And secondly, are the latest clashes I was talking about there a sign that street protests are escalating?
What's going on now, the people is insisting to be on the road and to continue their protest for their demands, especially for having a democratic policy in our country. On the other hand, there is lots of conflict in lots of areas that lots of youth who are insisting to stay and demonstrating and be on the road, trying to raise their voice to everybody internally and externally of Bahrain. So we are still insisting to stay on the roads and calling for our demands peacefully.
Are your voices being heard in the right places, though? That's the big question, I guess, isn't it?
Of course it's heard, but the problem that the authority always try to change the subject and saying there is violations comes against them, while on the other hand they are violating the law and trying to use all their violent against the people, saying that they are trying to control the security in the country. The problem that they don't listen to the opposition demands. They don't looking forward to have a real dialogue and fruitful dialogue, let's say. They are trying to disappear from this angle because they don't like to have such of dialogue which will put them on a very tight angle.
Why do we hear so little about this? I mean, we as a station go on about it a fair bit, but the conflict in Bahrain attracts far less attention from the international media than, for example, Syria. Why is that, as briefly as you can?
You know, Bahrain is a part of a very traditional region. You know, we have 6 monarchy countries like Bahrain and Saudi, Emirates and Kuwait, Oman and Qatar. Syria is have some another situation, and it has no good relationship with the let's say USA and the Western country. The problem that the relationship between the ruling family here in Bahrain with these countries is it's a very good relationship. That's why they concentrate only on human rights and trying to utilize their abilities to encourage the country to respect the human rights, but they don't try to involve in politics issues. But the problem, the cause of these violations against human rights is the politics issues, which is monarchy and domination of all the sectors of authorities like judicial authority and executive and the others.
OK, so I was going to ask you the question. I'm just told we're out of time. I'm awfully sorry. We could talk about this a lot more. But thank you ever so much for being on the programme. Syed Hadi Almusawi, human rights activist and former MP. Thank you.